there, this is Teresa. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to take a look and see what is your person's true intentions in the situation between the two of you. Keep in mind this is a general collective reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Let's start with Aries first. Aries. What is your person's true intentions in the situation between the two of you? Aries person's true intentions. Okay, we do have the 10 of Wands. Is how they feel. What are their true intentions? They see you as the 9 of Wands. What's their actions? The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So right now, they feel like their intentions is there's a sense of heaviness, there's a sense of burden. Why do they feel like there's too much responsibility in the situation? Okay, so they're not committing to what they need to in order for this to actually change, to shift. Why do they feel like they can't trust you? Okay, so we do have the Lovers coming out. So your person is feeling like at one point there was a strong bond, there was a strong compatibility, but something has shifted and changed. We do have the defensive mechanism or card at the bottom of the deck. So it makes me feel like something has happened in your connection, in your relationship. Now your person feels like they're having to push you away. Why are they not taking action? With the 8 of Pentacles, it's in reverse, so they're not putting in the work, they're not putting in the effort. Why are they not wanting to put in the work? They feel like the love has been lost between the two of you. They're confident that you don't love them the way that you used to. You don't show up in the way that you used to. You could have maybe changed communication. Maybe you don't communicate as much. So it looks like right now their intentions is to step back from the connection, to observe what's happened, and maybe accept that there's too much pressure and too much burden with trying to proceed forward. What's the advice for Aries at this time? What is Aries' advice? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear that's going to serve their highest good? What's the advice for Aries? Okay, maybe spend some time by yourself addressing your feelings and emotions, figuring out what is your intuition telling you. Are you connecting with your person emotionally, or have you been kind of pulled back? Have you pushed your person into a defensive mode? Does look like you guys could be married and maybe you're separated, because we do have the King of Wands and now we have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So these are divine counterparts. We also have the 6 of Cups, so you could share children together. That could be impacting the connection. Children could be a factor as to why this person feels like they're bearing the weight of the connection, but they're not getting what they need from you in return. What's the likely outcome here between Aries and their person? Yeah, it looks like right now the likely outcome is your person's kind of disconnecting emotionally. They're shutting down, or they have already shut down. And if you try to confront them and ask them why, they're not wanting to be fully honest with you. I think you can pick up intuitively why they are pulling back. They feel like they're having to bear the weight of the world and that everything is always on fire and they're constantly having to put fires out within your relationship, but they're not wanting to be fully honest with you about why. It could have something to do with finances too. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. When it comes to Taurus and their person, what is their person's true intentions with the situation between them and Taurus? How do they feel about the situation? What's going to be the likely outcome? Taurus, your person's true intentions. What are their true intentions with Taurus? Okay, we've got the 3 of Pentacles coming out. How they feel about you. How do they feel about Taurus? The Page of Cups. And what are their actions going to be towards Taurus? The Star. Okay, we also have the Ace of Wands hidden at the bottom of the deck. This could be a newer connection. So your person's intentions is the 3 of Pentacles. You could work with this person. They could be wanting to connect, come together to try to create something. Why is the 3 of Pentacles? Why is that their intentions? Something maybe had happened where things had shifted and changed, and now this person is wanting to come back together after something shocking. What is this Tower moment that happened? What's the Tower? Okay, so you maybe left this person out in the cold. You abandoned the situation. You were confident. Maybe you don't want this person anymore. Maybe you walked away and distanced yourself and it took this person by surprise. Their intentions is to try to come towards you to try to resolve the situation. Their feelings is that they maybe need to apologize to you. They need to be more sympathetic or empathetic to the situation. Maybe they're the ones who left you out in the cold. They're realizing now that an apology is owed. Forgiveness is needed right now. They know you don't trust them. Maybe they don't trust you. Whoever is the one that walked away. Clarify the Page of Cups. They were confused in the past, or you were confused. There's a sense of certainty now. Their actions is the Star, so they do want to heal things. They want to fix things. They want to come back together. Looks like communication is coming in. Clarify the Star. Okay, yeah, we definitely have some communication coming in. What are they going to say to Taurus? What's this communication? Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles. So this person maybe didn't make you a priority. Maybe they chose work. Maybe they chose, I'm hearing their mother. They're ready to put it all out there. They're ready to bear the truth that they want to fix things, that they're ready to no longer juggle you with whatever they pulled away from or you pulled away from. They're ready to work this out. What's going to be the likely outcome? The Strength. Could be dealing with a Leo or an Aquarius. Why is the Strength card here? Five of Cups. And the Justice. Okay, so they're working up the strength and courage to come towards you to talk about the hurt and disappointment that they either feel or that they've caused you. They're coming in to justify the situation or hope to have justice served. They want reconciliation. So what's the advice for Taurus in this situation? What's the advice? Five of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the World. If you want to resolve this with your person, you're going to have to take accountability and ownership for your part and resolve the conflict. Close the cycle out in order to have a new chapter. There has to be effective communication between the two of you. Yeah, I see that there's a reinvestment that you're both wanting. You could be dealing with a Leo, Libra, Aquarius. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Gemini, what are their true intentions with you and the situation between the two of you? Gemini. All right, what's their true intentions with Gemini? Their person they're thinking about? Queen of Wands. What are their feelings? Six of Cups. What are their actions towards Gemini? What are going to be their actions? Eight of Cups. So right now, your person's intentions is the Queen of Wands. They're standing in their power. There's something about this person is really analyzing the situation. They're optimistic that things can be resolved because their feelings is they're still in love with you. There's a past, there's a history, you could share children with each other. There's an unconditional love that the two of you have. Their actions is the Eight of Cups. So they're willing to walk away from something that they do have strong feelings about and go towards the unknown. So let's clarify. Why is their intentions the Queen of Wands? Why is Gemini's person's intentions the Queen of Wands? The Two of Cups, they love you. They're making the choice. They're confidently making the choice that they want to be with you. You're the Empress. You're somebody of value. You're somebody who could be the mother of their children, the father of their children. You're somebody that they know that they want to be with. All right. Well, why is Six of Cups their feelings for Gemini? Why is the Six of Cups here? Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So they do want to come in to let you know confidently that there is an unconditional love. Regardless of the situation or circumstances that has happened in the past, they still want to aggressively pursue you and this connection. Why is the Eight of Cups their actions towards Gemini? Why is the Eight of Cups here? The Star, they definitely want to heal things. And we've got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. They know that they may need to walk away from friends, family, coworkers, neighbors, people that maybe did interfere in the connection, that they maybe had a strong emotional attachment to, maybe even a codependency attachment to, they're willing to walk away from that person, people, or group of people in order to heal things with you because they see that you make them more happy. In the long term, you are their happily ever after. What is the advice for Gemini? What is the advice for Gemini? What is the advice? Page of Pentacles and 8 of Wands. Openly reach out to your person. If you're ready to resolve this and you feel confident that you need to understand their intentions, you already know your own intentions, and you're ready to have that conversation, then you should be very transparent by taking action immediately. Not waiting, not delaying. If you know your own confidence that you want to reach out, then you should reach out. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Taurus. We have some fire and some air, a little bit of water too. All right, Cancer. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer. What are their true intentions with Cancer? What are their true intentions with those with Cancer? Placement for the collective. What are their intentions? The Moon. What are their feelings? What are their feelings towards Cancer at this time? The Sun. What are their actions? The 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so your person's intentions is the Moon. So they're definitely having strong feelings and emotions they're holding back from. Why is the Moon their intentions? Why is the Moon here? We've got the 8 of Cups and we've got the 6 of Cups. So there's a lot of love here. This person maybe has to walk away from somebody from their past that they share a strong childhood connection with, a family, friend. Could be that they have to walk away from an ex that they do share children with. That their intentions is to distance themselves from someone from their past because they have strong feelings and emotions towards you. Why is the Sun card here for their feelings? Because they want to heal things. They want their happily ever after. You make their inner child happy. The High Priestess. So secretly, this person feels like you are their person. We've got the Queen of Cups. And you are somebody that they know is their wish fulfillment. This person that maybe has caused issues between you and your person, they know that they need to distance themselves. They need to put clear boundaries in place. Now, their actions towards you is the 8 of Pentacles. So they're really focused on working this out, trying to fix things. They're also focused on their career and their job. Clarify the 8 of Pentacles as their actions. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So they are going towards you, very practical, very methodical, with the intentions of working this out. They're going to put boundaries in place with whoever this other person is that has interjected, somebody they have children with, somebody they've known since childhood. Could be somebody that's just not a good influence in their life. All right. So your likely outcome is they're coming towards you, very practical, very much committed, very much I'm hearing that song, I'm sorry, I hurt you. So this person's coming towards you knowing that they need to heal and fix things with you. What's the advice for those with Cancer? Placement, the Star, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Cups. That if you want this connection, you want to try to resolve it, you need to open up your heart in order to heal things. Heal things that you feel need to be healed within yourself and commit to healing things with your person and be open and receptive to it. All right, Leo, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, those with Leo placement. Hold on a second here. Nose is running. Okay. All right. Those with Leo placement. Sun, moon, rising. What is Leo's person's true intentions with them? Leo's person. All right, Leo. What are their intentions with you, Leo? What are their intentions? We have the Page of Pentacles. What are their feelings, Leo? The Five of Cups. What are their actions towards Leo? Excuse me. What are their actions towards Leo? The Strength. You could be dealing with another Leo. Fire on fire. Could be a little bit, I'm hearing heavy and pushy. All right, so their intentions is the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody you're not in communication with. They are going to break the silence. Their intentions is to reach out to you. Why is the Page of Pentacles here for their intentions? The Nine of Cups and the Eight of Swords. This person's caught up in their head. They're fearing that if they don't take action and let you know that you're soulmates, that you're the one for them, they may miss out. They may be a victim of circumstance that someone else is going to see your full potential and they're going to scoop you up, take you away, and they're not going to get an opportunity. This person sees you as somebody that they could commit to. With the Page, it's an immature energy, but they're holding a pentacle, which means they know there's potential for growth there. They see you as somebody that they know they wish to desire to be with. However, there's something that they've been caught up in their head. They've been a victim of circumstance. So their intentions is to try to get out of their head to let you know how they do truly feel. Their feelings is the Five of Cups. So if this is somebody you have a past or you have history with, this is somebody who could be feeling hurt and disappointed over something that did happen in the past. Clarify the Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here? The Six of Cups. This person still feels that they love you. Maybe you don't love them. Why is the Six of Cups here and the Five of Cups? The King of Cups. They're still in love with you. Their feeling is they want to still take a leap of faith. If you have history with this person, you could have broke up with them, and they feel that you don't have any compassion or sympathy for their emotions that they have. And that maybe you said that to them, and they're hurt and disappointed over that. So their actions is the Strength. So they are working up their courage, their strength, their willpower to try to come towards you for this new opportunity, this leap of faith. Why is the Strength card here for their actions? Why is the Strength card here? Why is the Strength card here? Two of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and King of Swords. So this person is going back and forth on what to say to you. They're looking at the perspective with their actions. If they come towards you and communicate just intelligently with what they're thinking, they may not be able to win you back or win you over. But if they come towards you and lead with their heart, that maybe that is going to help them win the case or win you back or be able to establish this. The problem is they do feel like a victim. So if you're the one who ended things with this person, that's why they're going back and forth. They don't know if they should talk you into reconciliation or if they should try to persuade you through emotion. Why is this person indecisive on how to come towards the collective? Why are they so indecisive whether or not to communicate intelligently or lead with their heart? I'm hearing they fear the wrath of the Queen of Wands. So this is what they want. They want a new opportunity of commitment. The problem is they fear if you did break up with them, that you are not going to allow it. You're going to be on the defense. You're confidently standing in your power that you don't want this person. That's why this person has not fully decided if they should try to talk you, convince you through their mind with the way they talk to you, or if they should actually open up their heart and be vulnerable. Because you clearly have already said you maybe didn't want this person or you broke up with them. So what's gonna actually happen? What are they gonna do? They wanna take action, but they're going back and forth on how or what to do. What's gonna happen here? For right now, They're being forced to feel like, you know what, maybe it's over for right now. As much as I love or have feelings and emotions, I maybe have to go towards the unknown because there's a sense of defeat underlying with your person. They feel like they're going to be a victim either way. What's the advice? What is the advice in this situation? Page of Cups. Page of Wands. And Three of Wands. I'm hearing forgiveness is going to set you free. So there might be something this person had said or done that triggered you to separate from them. And it looks like here, potentially you're going to get an opportunity in the future to communicate with this person, whether you're the one who initiates or they do eventually try to come towards you. But it looks like forgiveness is needed on both parts. So your best piece of advice is, in order for you to detach and let go of any feelings and emotions or expectations, you're going to need to forgive your person and you're going to need to forgive yourself. All right, let's move on to Virgo. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Virgos, what are their true intentions with you? Those with Virgo placements, what are their true intentions with you? Virgo, what is those with Virgo placement, their person's intentions with them? What are their intentions? The Five of Cups. What are their feelings? The Strength in reverse. What is their actions? Six of Cups. So your person's intentions, they're feeling hurt, they're feeling disappointed, they're feeling sad, they're feeling left out. Why is the Five of Cups their intentions? Five of Swords and Four of Cups. This person could feel like you put them in a third-party situation. They're over it. They're no longer wanting to fight or have to compete. They may feel like their intentions is to just miss out on this opportunity with you. Why is their feelings of strength in reverse? They don't feel strong. They don't feel confident. They don't feel wanted, desired, or needed. Got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Hierophant. This person is losing momentum is what I'm hearing. They're feeling that maybe they should walk away. They should distance themselves. There's a lack of stability. There's a lack of union. Why is the Six of Cups their actions? So they do still love you. They have love for you. Three of Pentacles. Even though they love you, they may feel like it's just not going to work. It's not working or it's not going to work. They're observing something. They're observing and they're curious to know why. Because it looks like because whatever they're observing, it could be your actions, your behavior, they're feeling like they maybe need to sacrifice their wants and desires to fix this and try to let this go. What's going to be the likely outcome? They lack the confidence. And this is going to come after a time of introspection. Something that was once stable maybe isn't as stable. And this person is looking for stability. What is the advice for those with Virgo placements? What's the advice? The Nine of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Give me 1 second. Okay, so your best piece of advice is to understand what it is that you're wanting and desiring, because it looks like there is a lot of trust maybe has been compromised. There's a lot of hopelessness or sleepless nights that maybe you're not recognizing what has transpired or what has happened. It looks like there is a strong compatibility at one point. Why has there been a breakdown in the situation of the stability of the connection? Why did this happen? Okay, so there's the Tower. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. There was an investment in the situation. Your person could feel like they're waiting for this opportunity or was waiting for it, and clearly something has shifted or changed where they're not getting the opportunity anymore, and that's hurting them. That's making them feel like, you know what, I'm over it, I'm disappointed, I'm sad, I had a higher expectation, but I'm seeing clearly that this opportunity I've been waiting to receive hasn't happened, and it's causing this tower moment between you and your person. So for you, you have to decide what is your choice. Do you want to continue to invest to prove to your person that you're going to give them that opportunity, or is there a lack of trust that there is no stability in the situation for the long term? All right, let's move on to Libra. All right, Libra. You want your own personalized in-depth reading. My website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Libra. What are their true intentions with you and the situation between the two of you? All right, Libra. What are their true intentions? The Queen of Wands. What are their feelings, Libra? What are their feelings? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. What are their actions, Libra? The Moon in reverse. Okay, so right now your person's intentions is to restabilize their own confidence. They're kind of sitting on their high horse for some reason, feeling empowered with what they're about to do with these intentions. Clarify the Queen of Wands. They're coming in with communication. They're very confident on what they want to say. Why is the Knight of Swords here for their intentions? What do they want to communicate? That they see this as something that they're sticking to long term. You could be married to this person, you could have a long history, or they want to invest in this for the long term. They're very confident that they know you're the person that they want to be with. Okay, let's see, why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? There's a sense of instability. There's a sense of insecurity your person feels. Why do they feel insecure? They don't feel stable with maybe how you feel. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse? Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Have you stopped giving? You've stopped investing. You stopped giving emotional fulfillment. There's a sense of emptiness your person feels on your side, that you're not contributing. They feel like you once were investing a lot emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually with your person, and they are coming up empty-handed on your side now, like you've pulled back. Their actions is the Moon. So it's in reverse, so they want to put it all out there. They don't want to be able to listen to their intuition. They're not listening to their intuition, but they feel like there's something that they need to express. So clarify the Moon. Why is the Moon here for Libra? Why is the Moon in reverse? The King of Pentacles. So now we have the King of Pentacles upright. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which means you're not in alignment, but you are divine counterparts. Why is the Moon in reverse? The Eight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Your person's actions is they want to speak up and tell you confidently they want this connection, they want this relationship. If you're married and you're having issues, they want to stay married, they want to work through the issues. If you're not married and you're just in a relationship, they want to work through the problems, the communication. They feel like you want to be single and independent, and they feel like a victim of you wanting to be single and independent because maybe you've taken your money back, you've taken your love back, you've taken your time back. You're not investing as you once were, and they feel like a victim of the circumstance. And your person's actions is they're coming in to let you know they're coming in as a stable, solid person who's not going anywhere. And they want to let you know they have strong feelings, that they feel like you're pushing them away because you want to be single and independent. All right, what's the likely outcome for Libra? What's the likely outcome for Libra? Page of Cups. The Hanged One and the Strength. So your person is realizing they're going to sacrifice their victim mentality that they keep thinking and playing in their head. They're going to let that go. They're going to come towards you with confidence. They're going to, I'm hearing fake it till they make it. So they're going to act very confident when they come towards you. saying, you know what, I'm ready to apologize for anything that maybe has made you pull away from me. I'm wanting to fix things. Please forgive me. They're going to come towards you with, that's their intentions, is to apologize if they've done something wrong, that they're aggressively wanting to keep this connection. What is the advice for Libra? What's the best advice or guidance for Libra at this time? Page of Wands. The Tower. One more. The Sun. And the Sun actually was in reverse. I flipped it upright. So your best piece of advice is whatever this Tower moment was that made you feel unhappy, if you can openly communicate with your person about whatever this Tower moment was, maybe they said they did something or did not say or do for you that made you feel that they were not making you happy, in order to turn it upright and to restore the connection, to heal things, to make happiness again, you have to be open and transparent. You can't ignore the situation and just shut down and act like it's not a big deal. You have to be fully transparent if you want to fix things. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Scorpio, what are their true intentions with you and the situation between the two of you? Scorpio's person, what are their true intentions? Scorpio, what are their intentions, Scorpio? Six of Wands in reverse. What are their feelings? Scorpio. What are their feelings? Ace of Cups. What are their actions? Scorpio. What are their actions towards Scorpio? Queen of Swords in reverse. So your person's intentions right now is they just don't see that there is going to be success between the two of you. So they're pulling back. They're not giving as much as they once were. Why is the Six of Wands in reverse? There's a lack of desire, I'm hearing. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the Sun in reverse. So something has transpired where your person is acting like they're no longer committing. They're no longer wanting to make you happy or this connection to try to feel that things can be healed. They don't feel things are growing. They feel things are stuck. So their intentions is to stay in that stuck energy. Now their feelings is the Ace of Cups. So they want an opportunity of emotion. They want you to be more compassionate, more loving, and more desiring towards their feelings and emotions. Why is the Ace of Cups here with their feelings? They want you to make the decision to come towards them. They want you to be more compassionate to what they needed in the situation. Their actions as the Queen of Swords in reverse. So they're opening up any boundaries. They might be a little bit doing it in a manipulative manner. Why is the Queen of Swords in reverse? The Queen of Wands. The Four of Cups. This person's actions is they're already checking out because they feel there's a lack of growth. The potential isn't there as it once was. What's the likely outcome for Scorpio and this person? Knight of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen of Cups and the Judgment. So likely outcome is you guys are divine counterparts because we do have King and Queen of Cups here. And you're both upright. So secretly, Scorpio, your person does want a new opportunity. They want you to make the decision to come towards them. They're not coming towards you. They're pulling back. They're allowing you to come towards them. They're giving you the space you need. And they want to make sure that you're certain you really do want them. What's the advice for Scorpio? It feels like a very manipulative tactic. Kind of like, I'm going to pull back so you can come towards me. You've got the Knight of Wands. Eight of Cups. Three of Wands in reverse and 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So even though they may come towards you, they're going to come towards you for lustful desire, maybe an intimate hookup, but there's a lack of planning for the future. There's a lack of potential for this to last for the long term. Your person is not coming towards you with the intentions of staying. They may come and then they'll go. They may come and then they may go. Why do they not want to go all in for Scorpio and the connection? There's a lack of feeling like this is going to work out. They're not confident. They're not confident. You're maybe the Queen of Pentacles. They're the King of Wands in reverse. They just are not confident that this is a stable connection outside of maybe sleeping together, that there's a stability with the intimacy, but when it comes to communication and emotions, there's no stability whatsoever. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Sagittarius, what are their true intentions with those with Sagittarius placements? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay, that's too many. I'm not ready. Give me 2 more shuffles. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, what are their intentions? The Empress. What are their feelings towards Sagittarius? King of Wands. What are their actions? The Temperance. You could be dealing with another Sagittarius, a Taurus, or a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. We also have the 4 of Wands on the deck. You could be married to this person. You could have children with this person. This person's intentions is to try to nurture this connection, to grow it, to make it more abundant, to stabilize it. There's a sense of, I'm hearing, locking it down. So what's the Empress here for? Why is this Sagittarius this person's intentions? The 9 of Wands and the Star. So this person clearly has been hurt over something, and they're wanting to fix things. They're wanting to heal things. They're wanting to meet you in the middle at a common ground so that the two of you can close out whatever has happened in the past. Yeah, they want to get to a place of peace with you is their intentions, but they don't trust you. Okay, so what is their feelings is the King of Wands. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Why is the King of Wands here for their feelings? They feel passion and desire towards you. Ace of Cups. I'm hearing that song, the one I want, ooh, ooh, ooh. I think it's from Greece. So this person feels confident that you are the one that they want, Sagittarius. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. They're very confident they want not only a physical connection with you, they want a romantic partnership with you. Okay, so their actions is the Temperance. So they're being patiently waiting to see what's going to happen. They're pouring into the situation, hoping that there's going to be a middle ground or a common ground at some point. Why is Temperance here for their actions towards Sagittarius? 5 of Swords and 4 of Pentacles. This person may feel like you put them in a third-party situation. They're waiting for you to get rid of the third party. They're waiting patiently for you to realize that there should be no competition. They do see you as the Empress. They're still holding back, but they're holding on. They're patiently waiting and riding it out. So Sagittarius, your person may know that you have somebody else. They're waiting for you to exit and let go of that other person. Yeah, they're waiting for that to come to an end. What's going to be the likely outcome for Sagittarius and this person? What's going to be the most likely outcome? This person's hurt and angry at the same time. We've got the 10 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So it looks like at some point your person is going to come towards you. They're going to come towards you with their feelings and emotions that they want a new beginning with you. You could have children with this person. You have a past history with this person. They want to give to this connection emotionally in ways that maybe they did not. Okay, what's the advice for Sagittarius? What's the advice? Four of Swords, 4 Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles. Be very practical. think very much and get to a place of comfort and peace with what you want. What do you desire? If you don't want to wait for this person to come towards you and you're kind of like, I don't want to miss out on the opportunity, I don't want to drop the ball and miss out on a chance, I need to get rid of this other person, then you need to make the plans to do that. All right, let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Capricorn placements, what are their true intentions towards you? Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, what are their intentions? Capricorn. We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, but we also have the Page of Wands. That's their intentions. What are their feelings? Wheel of Fortune. What are their actions towards Capricorn? What are their actions? Temperance. So your person, their intentions is to not be the one to tell you really what they want. They may openly talk to you, they may have conversations with you, but they're not going to be honest with you about what it is that they truly desire. Why are they not wanting to be honest with Capricorn? They're waiting to observe your behavior when they communicate with you. They're waiting to maybe intuitively read what is your feelings, what are your emotions, what is your reaction. They're curious to know how you're going to act towards them when they do communicate. Based off of that communication is what it feels like their actions are going to be, because they're going to be patiently waiting to see how they feel about the way you react to them. So their feelings is the Wheel of Fortune. Something has changed and they feel like this is a turning point in your situation. So why is the Wheel of Fortune here, Capricorn? Eight of Pentacles. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for their feelings towards Capricorn? Ace of Swords. So they're waiting to see, they're curious to know, the truth is, are you going to put in the work? Are you going to invest the time and the effort? Something has shifted and changed in the situation. They want to know if you're feeling like you're going to put in the work. Or are you disappointed and you're going to let it go? So their actions is they're going to be patient. They're going to wait on you. Why is the Temperance here for their actions towards Capricorn? Why is Temperance here? Knight of Wands. The Tower. They're patiently waiting after this Tower moment. They're not being impulsive. They're not coming towards you directly. They may come towards you indirectly, but they're not coming towards you directly. They're obsessively waiting to see what you're going to do next. So they're basically going to mirror what your actions are. If you don't call, you don't respond, you don't react, you don't take the initiative, neither will they. Why are they not taking the initiative towards Capricorn to resolve this instead of waiting on Capricorn? They feel like you are the one who shut the door on them. And if they come towards you, you've already slammed the door. They're hurt and disappointed. They're waiting to see if you're going to open up the lines of communication. What's the advice for Capricorn? If you're not committed to this situation or returning with this person or even having the conversation, then maintain your boundaries. What's going to be the likely outcome between Capricorn and this person? The Fool. Eight of Swords in reverse. Queen of Wands. It does look like your person's going to get over feeling like a victim, especially if you're the one who ended it with them. They're going to get to the point where they're going to build up their confidence and say, you know what, F it. I'm just going to go all in. I'm going to reach out to Capricorn because I want this. And I'm going to see if Capricorn wants this also. It looks like they're going to get out of their head and open up eventually if you don't come towards them. All right, let's move on to Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Aquarius placements, what is their person's true intentions towards them? Aquarius. What are their true intentions towards Aquarius? Just seeing the Death card wanted to pop out. You could be dealing with the Scorpio. What's their intentions? Two of Wands in reverse. What's their feelings towards Aquarius? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What are their actions? What are their actions? Ten of Swords. So their intentions is to not make any plans to not come your way. Why are they not? Why is there a lack of initiative on their part? The Two of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. This person's making a choice and decision that they're focusing on their career, their work, their finances. Maybe they started a new skill. They're trying to master something. Maybe they're in school. They're making the choice and decision that they're going to focus elsewhere. Why is there feeling a lack of commitment? We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. They just don't feel that there's an opportunity here. Why do they feel that way? The World. They feel like this separation has made them recognize that this is a chapter that needs to be closed, that they just don't see potential for the future. Their actions is the Ten of Swords. So they're acting like it's done, it's over, it's hit rock bottom. They're dropping it. They're letting it go. They're realizing potentially there's something better or someone better suited or yoked for them in the future. What is the advice for Aquarius? Page of Swords. Five of Wands in reverse, and the Hierophant. Your advice is to not ignore the lesson attached to the situation or circumstance, that if you try to go towards this person and try to fight to get it back, it's going to go upon deaf ears. This person's not putting in the effort. You're also not observing what the behavior was in the situation, that maybe the two of you are not in alignment. You're not suited for each other. What's going to be the likely outcome between Aquarius and this person? Yeah, they're not reaching out. We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the Seven of Wands. Even if you do try to initiate conversation, correspondence, or something, you try to reinvest, it looks like this person is blocking you. They're pushing away, they're resisting it. They're no longer wanting to be a part of the situation. They just don't see that it's going to work. All right, Pisces. If you want your own personalized, in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Pisces. What are their true intentions? Those with Pisces placements, what is your person's true intentions with you and the situation between the two of you? 3 shuffles for Pisces. Their intentions is the King of Wands. What are their feelings towards Pisces? Knight of Cups. Two of Swords in reverse is how they feel. What's their actions towards Pisces? What are their actions towards Pisces? Four Swords and Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so right now their intentions is the King of Wands. And I kept hearing, isn't that the kettle calling the pot black? So something has transpired between the two of you where this person is confident with turning their back on the situation. So why is their intentions to turn their back? They don't trust you. They don't believe anything you say. They feel like you've lied to them. They feel like you have strung them along. They feel like you've been very deceptive towards them. Their feelings is that Knight of Cups. So they feel like you love bomb them and you've made them feel a sense of insecurity and a lack of certainty in the situation. Why is this their feelings? They feel like you tried to make them seem like you were going to make them happy, and instead you dropped them instead. They could have felt like you manipulated them. Their actions is they're trying to invest in their peace. They're trying to separate themselves from the situation. They're thinking about what they've already invested. They feel like it's at a loss. They feel like they gave a lot to you in the situation. They didn't receive a lot in return. One more. Yep, they feel like you manipulated them, their feelings and emotions. What's going to be the likely outcome for Pisces and this person? 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles. I see you wishing you hadn't given them the stability and security you did. You maybe slept with this person. You maybe could be regretting that you actually slept with them. They maybe said a lot of right things to get you in the sack, I'm hearing, and then they kind of dropped it. Which your likely outcome is you've created too much of a codependency of an expectation with this person because they did love bomb or they did lie. What's the advice for Pisces? Block them, push them away, resist any type of correspondence they may try to give you. They may come back and say, oh, you know what? I am going to marry you one day. Oh, yep, we're going to build a home, or we're going to have something in the future that's going to be stable, just not right now. They're not. There's a lack of instability. You could be feeling like you met your soulmate, but there's a misalignment. One's upright, one's reversed. So you could feel like they're your twin flame or they are your soulmate, that you're supposed to be with this person. But if you're supposed to be with this person, you would be in alignment. And your best piece of advice is right now is to really be on the defense over what has happened and how it's made you feel. So analyze the situation, that you maybe need to focus on your own stability, your own security within yourself. And doing that will need to be separate from being involved with this person or having any type of expectation is what it looks like.